Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with more Gran Turismo 7. This time around round 3 of the manufacturer's pre-test season thing, whatever you want to call it. Still, I'm going to try and cut down the length on these videos ever so slightly. So what I'm going to do is, rather than just going throughout all my outlap and then doing what I did last time around at Bathurst and bottling it down at turn 1, yeah, we're just going to get into it today. And I'm going to fast forward straight on to my fastest lap from qualifying. But of course, if you're not already, please do leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well. It massively helps support the channel. And yeah, let's see what we can do then after a really good run last time around. Of course, if you missed out on that video, go back and check it out. Fingers crossed today, our good run of form may continue. Match the foot to the floor again. We're going to have time to do one more lap here. And top guy now is running 2:02, so now we know we need 1.6 seconds. But even that, we're already into third place here. Let's try and nail one last ditch attempt here in qualifying. There was definitely a lot more time to be had, especially through the first and last sector. Sweat mode might need to be engaged. See through the first sector, 3/10 up, lost a little bit there though. I'll just blend the throttle, but I think, yeah, to be honest, as long as we can go quicker than the guy in P2, should mean we can try and hassle the pole sitter, who seems pretty clear at this stage of the running. Oh, big snap of oversteer there. It's still 4/10 up though. I guess the other question is, how much time did we lose through 130R? Surprised, yeah, just how big the gaps are, though, in these races early on. I think everyone's still trying to get to grips with GT7. Of course, we are in the GT2 league as well, not GT1, which I'm sure up there it's a whole lot more competitive. But let's try and nail Spoon. So here is the fastest man in a Peugeot RCZ by the looks of it. Is he going to give me a nice handy slipstream? That would be rather nice of him. But how far off now are we as we head down in towards the final few corners? Are we still finding time as the lap's gone by? It's going to really sit, actually, through 130R. Please get out of the way, man. Don't ruin my lap. As we tip it in through the Casio triangle for the final time. He's giving me a lot of dirty air. Down towards the line, though. What is the time going to be? You absolute tool. And we do go P2 still. But, yeah, we can definitely... I mean, if that hasn't motivated me to try and beat this guy, just completely blocking me out the final corner, I don't know what will. But P2 on the grid then, got within 8/10. We definitely are going to try and apply pressure to this guy and force him into an error in the race. Right, here we go then. Round 3 of the test season here from Gran Turismo 7. And this could be a bit like the race we had a couple of days ago, to be honest. Quite a good fight at the front. For the second time, we start P2. They're a little way off in qualifying from the Peugeot RCZ, but certainly you've got the pace in the race, I reckon, here. P2, like I said, once again for us, a Porsche in P3. Another RCZ, actually, in 4th place, so I wonder if they're the car to have around a circuit like this. The Beetle in P5, see a lot of those for whatever reason. WRX in 6th, and then 7th place is a Lamborghini Huracan. That's a rather brave choice in this series. Another Beetle in P8 there. And then a Mercedes AMG with a very nice AlphaTauri livery on that one. Another Porsche in 10th place, always a common choice in this series, as proven by another one in P11. Mercedes AMG in P12. Always nice to see, actually, some of the normal sort of GT3 cars. And then back to another Beetle in P13 there. Audi R8 LMS, another real-life GT3 in 14th, ahead of yet another Mercedes in 15th place there. Nissan GTR, their home race as well, in 16th place. They're ahead of a Honda NSX, so another home race there. And then an RCZ in P18. Last on the grid, though, I think, is another Lamborghini Huracan. But yeah, can we bring glory back to Japan here in this race? Only time will tell. Like I said, if this one's going to be only 4 laps, but we're going to have to apply a huge amount of pressure to that Peugeot on the pole. Slipstream still pretty potent, though, on Gran Turismo 7. So let's just wait and see what we can achieve here today. Let's get it. Let's really try and concentrate here and try to walk away with yet another race victory. Can we go 2 for 2? In 4 laps, we will have our answers. Ready on the grid then. Luckily, of course, I can't botch a start like I do so often on F1, as he's actually really going to accidentally give me the slipstream. So we head down in towards turn 1. Just tip it in nice and gently first time through. It's already, yeah, I don't know if that was just a little bit of lag, but it seemed a little bit all over the show then. Did the RC7? I think it is just a little bit of lag coming from the pair of us. As, yeah, don't really want to let him break away. I feel like that car is pretty strong through the S's, so going to have to try and push there as well. He immediately gets a little bit out of shape though. So we head up through Dunlop. Oh, got to be brave, but not stupid. On the exit of the corner there, definitely compromised myself a little bit of time. It's already, yeah, just starting to pull away a little bit there. Super, super difficult. Trying to sort of get your eye in around this circuit just because you can't lean on the track limits like you can on so many other games in Sims. It just feels like a completely different circuit. It feels almost like a street track where there's just no room for error. Around here is again. Oh, back end really tried to snap round on me there, and that's going to put us immediately a couple of seconds back and put us under a lot more pressure from the German in his Porsche behind. Not what I needed early on in this race, but as we head down in towards Spoon, just nice and easy through there for the first time. Do not want to do what I did in qualifying, and yeah, like I said, I absolutely can't stand Spoon on Gran Turismo. Yeah, this Porsche though behind really starting to apply a lot of pressure there, and that RCZ is not slow down the straight either. In towards 130R. So let's see how we fare first time through. Big blender throttle. We just about keep it clean and tidy, and then braking at about 130 in towards the final chicane there. You really want to attack the curbs actually through this final chicane. That might have been a little bit optimistic there, but I think we have just about got away with it. So we'll head out of the final corner, and look at that immediately. Poleman down onto a 201. So clearly he had a little bit more pace in the back pocket as well. But we're not going to give up just yet. Going to still try to apply some pressure here. It's the German behind. I think we're pretty quick through some parts of the lap, but the gap really does seem to ebb and flow a lot between the pair of us. Let's just keep our head down and focus though. It's probably with these shorter races, you can't even try and do like tyre wear runs and things like that. Because that was normally, again, where this Toyota was pretty well balanced. Because how was he found near enough a second through the first sector there? I didn't feel like I'd done it badly by any means. In fact, we pulled away from the German. I mean, yeah, we're just losing time everywhere at the moment. I can't seem to do a lot about it. You know, got to be here for the championship points as well at the end of the day. But just really difficult when you feel like you're nailing it and there's nothing you can do. Try and match the guy in front of them. We've got 2 Germans and 2 Spaniards just behind us though, so we're definitely still under pressure from further back. So the gap was 2.4 when we went across the line last time round. If this guy was just unlucky to end up getting placed in GT2 split, because he's looking, yeah, mighty fast at the moment. So what time are we going to set down at the end of sector 2? That is not the line through there. Didn't even get a chance to look at the delta because of that. And broke a little bit too late. No, we didn't. Turns out you can get the car slowed down a little bit later there than I originally thought. The thing's still trying to learn how hard you can push the car, everything like that. As he's pulled out another second on me there, so he's still running. Yeah, mid 202s. So we do improve, but yeah, we have not got an answer for him at the moment. Maybe, yeah, that RCZ is the car to have around Suzuka. And it just seems rapid as well. I mean, look through here. I feel like I'm nailing it pretty much as best as possible. Using too much engine brake, I don't think. Scrubbing the fronts a little bit now, as we're just getting desperate to try and claw back time. And he's just finding time everywhere over me. I think that time round was not the best run. Even the German got a little bit closer again, as I think it's actually a different German now up into P3, so he might be trying to apply pressure in the second half of this race, but through the Degners. And Suzuka, not a track that suits my style now. Or it never really was on Gran Turismo, but we're still improving. We're still finding more and more time, you know. This is a test season after all. And yeah, I was pretty happy with that save through the hairpin on lap 1. Just because often, it wouldn't be the first time I've looped it there, and it certainly wouldn't be the last either. There's, yeah, 2 Germans behind us. Gap's not going up, but it's not really coming down too drastically either. So with a lap and a half to go then of this race, as long as we don't do anything stupid, hopefully we won't have to put ourselves under too much pressure. And just see if the guy in the lead makes an error somewhere, somehow. Hasn't really gained much on me this lap, to be fair. So perhaps that thing just eats tyres for breakfast. Actually, I'm going to use the brake that time round as we head back through 130R. Brake around, yeah, 110, I think. Ooh. So yeah, just the tyre wear seems to really fall away pretty quickly as well on Gran Turismo. And it's just those little mistakes that you see. That's just another 4/10 completely gone. But still a PB by half a second there. So we could still set 2:02s, I reckon, if we nailed the laps. But even that wouldn't probably been good enough to stick with this guy today. Definitely feel like, yeah, we probably haven't quite got the car capable. And I think he's, yeah, let's not joke around either. He's probably a much quicker driver than me as well, which tends to help in racing. Still not well versed with Gran Turismo, and this is why I need to sort of put the hours in and try to improve. So again, finding a little bit more time out of the first sector. Ooh. Oh, haha! Yep, still got a bit of bite. Does Suzuka, you know, this is an old school track. At the end of the day there, and yeah, little mistakes like that. Just, you know, get the ticker up a little bit higher again. But yeah, I mean, the other good thing as well we're doing in these is hopefully building up a bit more of a driver rating as well for myself. I want to try and get back to A license. So I was having a look online actually earlier on today. I don't think there's any way you can still sort of see what your rating is at this stage of Gran Turismo 7. They're really trying to keep it hidden early on. So, yeah, I need to be careful with that. Because, yeah, would like to try and keep building up my driver rating. I think we have gained a little bit early on, obviously. First race we had was a bit of a disaster, but then that second race we did pretty well. And this one, as long as we don't do anything stupid now, should be P3 as well. As we head down in towards 130R for the final time. A 10th down on my previous best. So that was probably the first time all day I've actually got a nice run through 130R. But in towards the final chicane though. Casio Triangle one final time. No answer for the Italian today there. GG's to him. But we are going to come through for another podium in P2. What's the lap going to be? 2:03.3. So we did find more pace there right at the very end. But you can see, yeah, was the Italian that took home the dub ahead of myself there, and actually the Beetle ended up in at P3, so he rounds out the podium finishes as well in that one. Porsche's 4th and 5th ahead of another Beetle, another RCZ and a WRX there with 2 AMG Mercedes rounding out the top 10, and you can see the rest of your running order as well a little bit further down. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well, and yeah, we'll be back very, very soon with more Gran Turismo 7. One more race of this first test season. Fingers crossed we can jump in and have a good one.